Okay, so our to-do list. Oh my god, we gotta make the magic candle guide video. Hello guys, and today we're gonna go over the gist of magic candles, how to use them, what they do, and the overall basics. So magic candles will grant you a magic ability for whatever type of candle you are using. You can only use a candle for a certain type of magic you have or a relating type. So they'll give you lots of, or one good spell. Usually it has to do with a type of spell that type does not usually have a lot of. For example, a hyper offensive magic type might have a good support spell from these candles. So I'll show you later on how to use those, but let's just hop on right into what these do. We get the Archaic Candle, which is of course an arcane type that has Arcane Cage. Magic over here is going to have Mana Rampage. Also keep in mind as I go through these real quick that any attacking move that these candles provide, an attacking spell, can only be used on demons and not players. So you got the Shore Candle here with Coral Wrap. The Fuming one has Flame Scythe, yep. The Voltage Candle here has Energized, really good support for a hyper offensive magic type being electric. Meadow here has Wither Rebuke, adding on to that great support nature provides. The Grim Candle has a Zombie Tank, great defense that can also be used as offense for a hyper-offensive type with like little defense. Cloud Clearing, really good support for a magic that has basically no support. Tectonic, a lot of these are just basic attacks that add on to a good type of magic. Like if it's a really good offensive, then it's going to usually add another nice offensive, but a lot of the times it will also add a opposite. So it's really good for coverage, basically. These candles are meant to give you a chance at a type of spell that you would not be able to use with that type, or like a class, I should say. I keep saying type. But yeah, that's the gist of it. We're going to go into making the circles now, though. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so now we are going to build the circle. We're going to be using the voltage candle. So here's the things you're going to need. Glowstone, whatever type of block we're going to be filling this in with. I'll go over that later on what type of block you're going to want to fill in with. It's a little complicated, but you're also going to need some black concrete. And when I say a little complicated, it's really pretty simple. So we're going to start off by making a 5 line with the black concrete and going diagonally 3. And this is basically just going to repeat all the way over another 5. So while I'm just doing this, you could follow me before we do the inside. I just want to let you know that the amount of candles you need for this is 1 to 4. The more you have, the better the spell will end up. So stage 1, 2, 3, or 4. But it really doesn't matter. We're just going to do this with 4. So just follow me here. On the first one here, you want to have on both sides those little 2 I added. It's going to be on all 4 sides. So we're going to just do these 2 sides first. And then we're going to fill that in with 3 sticking out. We don't want them to connect. Make sure the blocks are not connecting the 3 to the other 2. So it should look like a little bit of like a baseball right now if you're doing it right. And we want to have these as well. So just follow along. Do the same thing on the other 2 sides. And while we fill this in, I'll talk about what type of block you should be filling it in with, because it's not a set block. Like it doesn't have to be yellow stained glass. You see that other circle over there. I practiced this before, so I wouldn't steer you guys in the incorrect direction. So yeah, you could see that over there. So you want to just connect these 4 baseball lines, I'm going to call them, and to make a little bit of a middle circle. And then you just want to make a sort of, I don't know, diamond shape, like a plus sign in the middle with a glowstone in the middle. The glowstone is going to be where you're standing. So as I fill this in with yellow stained glass, I'm going to tell you about this. So basically, when in doubt, just go with a stained glass, wool, or concrete of the type you're using, like a color, like electric. Obviously, I'm using yellow. Nature could be green, but there are also a bunch of other blocks you could use to do better than that. This is just the base. Like for nature, you could use grass, or for fire, netherrack. For water, you could use literal water. So if you are not sure, just ask me. But when in doubt, just use a dyed or stained color of the type you want. So now we have that filled in. We're going to put in the voltage candles or whatever candle you might be using. So I'm sure you could probably guess, but on all 4 sides, you're going to want to put it in the center of the 5. So third block in on both sides. So we're going to fill this in the center. And yeah, it is actually like 1:10 in the morning. And I am in my basement doing this. But disregard that. We're just going to go in right here. So when you finish putting down the amount of candles you do, you just sort of want to wait around, say in chat, done, so the AI knows that you are done and you're not adding any more candles. And then you're going to want to stand in the middle. So standing in the middle is what's going to start it once you stand in the middle and stay. And there will be a lot of cool particle effects. Looking up at the ceiling or sky will help. But it doesn't matter if it's day or night or if there's blocks above you or not, really. But an open space helps with the particles and stuff. So once the particles are done, you'll get on your screen the pop-up of what spell you want to learn. Don't walk out of the middle like I just did. That is not good. But anyways, that is